back to the screen. All right. Hey guys, and welcome to From the Wayside. Okay, so there's gonna be some music to that scene and stuff. Uh, but oh, there we go. Game's back. Okay, that was weird. But we're gonna play some Castlevania, and I'm gonna talk about what this series is in the meantime. Hmm. I'm gonna also turn up the sound. All right. So, this is the original Castlevania. Um, and probably at least the first game that we play is gonna be the first Castlevania. And my plan with what's going on is to play through eventually quite a few Castlevania games because I have actually legitimately played almost no Castlevania games. I played a little bit of Lords of Shadow. And all things considered, I know that's not like a representative game of the series. I played like up to the first boss in this game, which isn't super far. Not entirely sure why there are money bags in this game either. Oh, I also want to this. Ah, crap. I was hoping that wouldn't happen. So, what is From the Wayside? What is this? And to kind of be is well, I don't quite know what I'm basically without like spending an hour. It's me playing games that I've never really got to play. Castlevania being one of them. Castlevania being because it was a little bit like before my time. But there's other games that's going to be on here that was just because during the time I either may have played a little bit of it or I just never got around to it. Some may be newer, some may be like this one older. Just all depends on what game we're talking about. Because like honestly, I like to go through all the Elder Scrolls games. Not that I haven't played a decent amount of like Skyrim and the like. But I haven't like finished Skyrim. I haven't played much of Arena. I've not really ever gotten super far in Morrowind. I'd love to finish Morrowind as a full game because Morrowind's a great game. Not entirely sure if some games might not be put off. I'm thinking about doing another series about like some of my favorite games that I'd like to sit and replay. Elder Scrolls might get pushed off to that list for the simple fact of it's one I have a good history and rapport with, so it's not like I'm going blind into the series. Okay, we are at the first boss. I have died many times to him. He's never done this before. Where he just sticks back and ignores me. Ah! Okay, I am probably going to lose this, which means I might want to have prepared something I didn't prepare. I don't like that he just kind of sticks up in that corner where I can't do anything about him. Now he's just wasting my time, and I'm gonna lose to time constraints. Need to get him caught off guard. And I died. Well, so yeah, this is basically a series where I get to play games that I never got the chance. Castlevania is a good example of older games, but I've also not played. There's probably a ton of games that I just want to get to because I never got the chance. I doubt I'm gonna. Make it this time. Yeah! I actually did make it that time. Okay. I got all my health back. Yay! And we make it to the next part of the cast. Okay, so I'm actually going to pause the game right there. I want to do a thing because I completely forgot that I was expecting this was going to happen. And need it in here. We're gonna call it. And we're gonna add a thing. Add a thing. Image. So this is, we're doing it live, folks. So if you don't know, this is being streamed on Twitch. If you're watching this after the fact. And then I just need another image. Actually, I think I already had that. Okay. These are not quite how I wanted this. Okay. Well, that's not working entirely correctly. I have a death counter. Normally would work. But for 8 now, we will just manually put it in, and I will figure out what happened. What's wrong with it? But we have a death. And we will manually upkeep that. So, hope everyone is getting to... I do not know how long this game will take me. I'm gonna be like super honest. But we're gonna do it in hour segments. That was useful. Yeah, we're gonna probably through a lot of these games. I'm gonna try and talk a little bit about what I think of the games, their design, what they kind of remind me of. And kind of like comments on what I think worked and what I think was a little weird. So like this, for example. One of the weird things that instantly hit me when I started playing this for the first time is it very much reminds me of kind of a Dark Souls experience, which in turn makes me say that, you know, Dark Souls is kind of a Castlevania experience. Which is probably the truth of the matter. They're both very timing-based games. And challenging, but not, like, overly so. Like, honestly, that first boss was kind of a big, huge pain in my butt the first go around. This time, he wasn't like fun, but he's definitely not anywhere near what he was before. So you kind of get that learning aspect. That's not what I told you to do, Belmont. Yeah. One of my weird, odd little quips that I have so far about this game is I don't quite understand the money system and why it exists. Like, it feels like a very arbitrary system. In terms of gameplay. It's literally just so you can have a point system. Is really all that it feels like. Okay. Don't die. Don't jump into the pit again. Ah, crap. Medusa heads. I feel like this is a boss room. I don't know what would make me think that. Oh no, it's this room. I remember this room. What? I touched it. I want the thing. Okay. What I'm also gonna do right here, and this is just how I'm gonna deal with this. I'm going to keep a save state. This is so I don't lose progress unnecessarily. I'm not gonna start from the beginning of the game every time I start streaming, and I'm not leaving the emulator up. 24/7. So we're going this route. Save states it is. That's not. Man. Really careless about that money. Again, I don't quite understand the point of the money system. In this game, it kind of just feels like arbitrary need for a point system that doesn't service the game's design. Because, like, honestly, you don't need to say, I beat Dracula with 20,000 points. The fact you beat Dracula is cool enough. Also, don't like that about this level. I remember this now. Having played... Yeah, because I did start this level after I played the first boss. And the most frustrating thing about it is the fact that you... And I think that's where I stopped, was getting frustrated at this point. And as I kept dying arbitrarily. Like, I say arbitrarily, but it's not really arbitrarily. I die because I make bad moves and Medusa head kills me. Because those guys are like super regular, so if you can actually get your timing down, which I can't. They're not super difficult. That's what I should have done last time. Okay. Here's gonna be the interesting part. That was stupid. That shouldn't have gone down. That sucks. Weird glitches. Like, looking at it, it was going up, and then it's just like, oh, that one doesn't go as far up. Like, I can do that and be fine. Yeah, no, I don't need that heart that bad. Okay. Well, this is fun. Ouch. Okay, never mind. That stopwatch would have been so useful. So it seems like the time in between their attacks has a minimum, but it's not like a guaranteed set time for that kind of double-headed dragon thing. I would have expected, especially something this old, to be super regular. But it looks like it's got a little bit of variance in it. Okay. Ah, crap. That killed me. And it takes me all the way back here. Oops. 1, 2. I don't have the chain upgrade. Oh, there it is. I'm like, my chain isn't long enough for my flail. Normally it's... Ah, crap. This one's probably... Oh, crap. Also, just remembering my fun death counter needs to go up to 3. And I will have to... Yeah, because I died... No, I died twice in this room. 3 times, 4 times. I think we're up to 5. 5! Yeah, 5. Because I died twice in this room, once from falling, once to the Medusa head, and then once to the bat. And I'm probably gonna die again. Not helpful if I don't have any specials. I really couldn't do anything about that. Oh, what just happened? I did not press start. Ha! Health! Health is back. You. For all the people. This is, I believe, what I base my background on. The little, like, area below me, though I kind of made it my own, and I didn't want it quite so blue. This is one of the running things. Okay. Gotta let them jump over me and then attack them before they jump away. really not what I wanted. Oh, hi, Burb. Ouch. That was painful. That was also painful, Mr. Scully Skull. Yeah, that's 6. Hit this game over screen twice. And then we're gonna this and then save state. Cool. Okay. Okay. Cool. Got him. Mr. Skelly Bones was being a little bit more jumpy today. So, overall, like right now, game's kind of like, it's not like overly complicated. One thing that I would say is that just from initial glances, one of the things that like current gen games get pretty good is we have tutorials. This does not have a tutorial. And that shows. So I need to update this number again until I get it fixed. Which I will probably do. So I'm still debating whether I want this show to have hour-long episodes or if we want to do like shorter half an hour. I guess based on how this episode goes is I'll make that determination. Whether I feel like, oh, he was jumping back at me. They jump towards you again. I really don't want to do that every time. So I've noticed that birds do that quite often, where they will just kind of fly off screen. I wonder, can I? No, I can't. Can't get down those stairs. They're just aesthetics. Yeah, I didn't want that anyways. I guess I'll kind of play it by ear to see kind of how long. Wow, this is... Having the Medusa heads there too. And yes, I know what those are called because I watched someone play Symphony of the Night. And they knew all the naming. And I assume that those are the same things that I'm thinking about. Ooh. I remember, I've noticed that you can hit projectiles. I have to remember that I can do that. There's certain things that makes super easy. I guess another thing I'd say is I wish the health wasn't so dangum hard to find. What was that? And I wish that hearts was not their choice in their magic system. And we are at 8. I gotta time that better. Oh, I'm so gonna be dead this time. Yep. Nine. I don't expect this to go much better. Okay. Which this pushes us up into double digits, which I don't have a thing for, so I'm gonna because normally this is, I had a thing that would auto do this for me, but it broke. 10. I think actually what we'll do, we will end this episode here. About half an hour. I think that's good. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. And have the death counter working so it works nice and good for me.